Peace. Firstly, before we get into it, I would just like to thank you for your presence, for your engagement, for your time, for your witnessing of the one that I am and the one that you are, that we may share this together. For all of the interactions and comments and things, I do read them, and I would like to respond to everyone individually. I'm very busy, typically throughout my day. I would just like you to know that I'm grateful for the God that live within you, and the God that live within me, that we may have thanks and grace and communion together here, and that we may share, and that you may share with each other, and that I may share with you, and that we may have this life, and that we are blessed in this, that we are together. So I see you, I recognize you, that you may recognize yourself here within me. And I'm grateful for you, and for all that I am, and all that God is, that we are together. And in the spirit of this, let us do this together. Let us shape ourselves in such a way that your very being is a love letter to all things, that you are a bit of poetry, that you are just as this, the beauty of the sunset in the sunrise, the star shines in the dark skies. Let us be as this together, this reason and meaning and beauty and truth, that in everything that we are, in all ways that we are, that we are a testament, we are a pillar to this very love that we have been granted, that we have a being, that we have a self, that we attain this of our being through an uncovering, through a witnessing, through a removal of conditions. We discover now what stays, what permeates all things, this life that is within you, this life that is within me. Let us be a love letter to this. Let us be a remembrance of it in ourselves, in each other, and that every other that we are witness to, let it be felt in our presence. Let it become an undeniable thing that this truth is, that God live within you, that it touch all things, and that we are gracious, and that we are merciful to this greatness that we have found within our own being. And it is awake. This greatness, this glory to God within you is awake to all others that you are witness to, that it lives in this, all others that you are a witness to. That in your sight, you see others as divine, as sacred, as true, as you are. In these little spaces, you see, these spaces in between ourselves and each other, that in these spaces, we grant this grace, this acceptance of being, and that our revealed nature awakens here. That our revealed nature awakens here, all that live within you. And that you know your heart in this way, that you are awake to yourself to this depth, that you know your heart in this way, that you feel it within yourself, and you will feel this within yourself. You make this decision that you will be a reflection of everything beautiful and true. You will feel this within yourself. This life, you will know as it grows within you. Everything else begins to be more alive, is animated by this very spirit that lives within you, that God is. And it begins in this way. It begins in this way that you are. To color all things. To bring brightness and light and life to all things in such a way that all others are free to be and to witness this life that comes forth from you. That you are this love letter to the life you have been given, the one that God is. And you can do it so simply. You can do it so humbly. You can do it amidst any difficulty, simply in presence, that you have this command of yourself, that the heart will be given. You see, it is such a personal thing, all of this. The God that lives within you, the relationship that you have to this, it will manifest so uniquely in what you see before you, in the interactions that you have, in the occurrences, in the circumstance, the context of everything surrounding you. It will awaken you to this. And it will be so unique upon you. It will be perfectly placed for you to witness that you come close to your Creator, that God has revealed upon you, and that this is your truth. This is your empowered nature. This is your unfolding. This is your awakening. And that it touches all others. Simply and profoundly, it touches all others. Simply in that you are. You make this decision here and now. Wherever you may be, alone in a room. Perhaps there is great difficulty surrounding you. Perhaps you have known great suffering and sorrow. Perhaps you have not met love in this world that you see, in all that is laid out before you. And understand, here is your empowered nature being granted to you. That you are the one with the pen in your hand. That God has granted you this. A page and a pen. A story to write. A way of being your own. That God has given this to you. A way of being your own. And everything before you, everything in front of you, this path laid before you. Whatever difficulties you may find in your circumstance, in the occurrences, in the context that this life is granting you, that God has granted you. This is the way that you are. This is the way that you are. That there is not an escape to it, but that you are an answer. And that love live here now, that you are, that God live here now, that you are, that heaven live here now, that you are. And this is that I am that live within you. A love letter to life. A bit of poetry. Reason and meaning, the demons are bleeding. That God live within you. That this love, here now, the one that you are, ingrained upon all things. And that you have presence and humility in all that you witness of others, that this is the way before you, this is the path before you, this is the way that you are. No escape from it, but that you are an answer, that you are being endowed with this, that you are being granted difficulty, that you may have strength, that you may have yourself. And that you become in this way that you are, through all that is in front of you, whatever it may be. That is being granted to you, that you become this resemblance, that you have uncovered what is within this God, this life, this truth, this love, that you become a resemblance to it, and that all others' eyes of witness to you become awake to this, even simply in the unconscious witnessing of you. It permeates all things, that God is alive within you. This permeates all things. Here now you have this God that live within you. Here now you have this love that live within you. Here now you have this nature in truth that you are. And it lives within all things. And you become this image that is true. Consider a mirror. Consider what it would mean to be dependent upon the mirror, smiling back at you, for you to have such joy. But that you first, within your being, that you have this, and that you become the image, and that this is seen, that this is reflected back upon you. The grace upon your face, the gratitude for all you have gone through. And that all others share this resemblance of you. Here's the humility. Here's the humility. Here's the grace. Here's the glory of God. That all others, in the worst of all others, in the best of all others, there is a resemblance to you. And here is reason for forgiveness. Here is reason for mercy. Here is reason for presence, that you may determine that this is acceptable, that we are allowed this process, and that within you, that I am a witness to, whatever good I may see, whatever difficulty, whatever failure, whatever flaw, whatever lack, whatever beauty, whatever truth, whatever greatness that I witness in you, that I see within you, there is a secret of my being revealed, being offered, that I may come awake to myself, that I may arise to this. Within my being, there's an acceptance here, that there's a further determination made, that this is my way, the one that I am, in all things before me, this path before me, the one that you are, you see, the one that I am, that this is the way. And that this work is done in one, together. That whatever beauty, whatever truth, whatever strength that you find of me, all goodness comes of God. And for you to have found it, for you to have recognized it, this must live within you It is yours. It is mine. It is one that we share. And here we may be humble. Every greatness that one may have of themselves is a glory to all others, the God that live within you. What beauty is this? What a union to have together. That all strength that one may have, so too it lives within all others. All beauty, all goodness, all truth, it lives within all others. So whenever I uncover something within myself so beautiful and true, I have reason to smile at you for what live within you that I have found within my own being, the one that God is, the one that I am, the one that you are. In this way we make together love letter to life. And that is the beauty, and that is the magic of such a thing as poetry. It is not in the words that you read or that you write or that you speak. It is the space in between them, from which all things are given, from which all things have arisen, have been formed to. And all this, it lives within you. God has granted upon you that I am. God has granted upon me that you are. And that we may have purpose and strength, mercy and forgiveness, that we may have this wisdom, this attainment, this awakening, this awareness of oneself. That all things revealed within me, I have reason to smile upon you, to have love for you, to have care for you, to have belief of you. Every greatness that I may attain, that God may reveal upon my being, I have reason to believe of you all that I am. Everything that I may overcome, my unique difficulties and struggles, the suffering that God may grant me, that I further determine, persevere, overcome, uncover, reveal of myself, glory, grace in God that's live within you, a reason that I may smile at you, a reason that I may have love for you. And here is such a beauty, here is such a wonder, here is grace and humility. The only way for you to have felt love for me, to have found beauty or truth here, the only way for me to have love and care for you is that God has revealed it. That God loves you in such a way that I may have care for you. That God loves you in such a way that my being will be revealed and witnessed. In the inness, in my own being. It is further revealed that I may care for you, that I may love you, that I may smile upon you. There's reason for me to have belief of you, everything uncovered within me. And this is beyond belief. This is beyond belief. It is something we live in. It is inescapable, this beauty and this truth. That we share this together. That whatever I go through, you will go through. That whatever you go through, I will go through. And that there is purpose and reason and meaning within and throughout all things that I am and all things that you are and all that we are a witness to, that we have beauty, that we have truth, that we have this capability and strength of our own being, that we may grant upon each other. This love that God have for each and every other, and in and upon your being in all things. This love letter to life, the one that you are, the one that I am. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God, that you are courage, strength, protection. I'm with you. Peace.